describe that driving on I-95 and 495. It's a kind of harrowing experience. You set the wheel in motion. The Gnome Show. And we're off on a trip. Where are we going to today?
To DC, Monuments and Memorials.
How far is it?
It's like 11 miles.
11 miles. Okay.
One way.
Each way then.
Yeah.
It's uphill on the way back.
Yeah, slightly.
Are we having lunch?
Yeah, when we can get back.
When we get back, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome.
You point and the animal dies, except for our chosen pets. We make all creatures cry.
So we are cycling all the way into Washington, D.C. from an outer lying region called Bethesda. Going down apparently to see a bunch of monuments. I think it's going to be a lot of traffic, dodging people here, a lot of foot traffic. So I got to stay concentrated.
You set the wheel in motion when you place your order. This animal must die. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Some would call it sustenance. Others call it murder. This taking of a life when you place your order.
So far so good, very nice. Quite a few people, so sometimes dodging traffic. Mostly it's pretty cool.
Saying this creature must die, drain his blood, seek her fry. They don't feel hate today, surely they don't cry. You said the when you place your order, this animal must die. Now you are its cure.
You know, it's funny, this town was laid out by Lafayette, I think was his name, Frenchman. And, you know, this is a modern waterfront park right here. This wasn't here when Lafayette was designing the city. But it kind of reminds me of Paris, this sort of, these French Impressionist paintings of Parisians all sitting around on a Sunday. It's got that kind of look about it.
Kills its prophets and hangs the truth out to dry. In this town, the warmongers never hear the widows cry. This town is drunk on power, more addictive than cocaine. This town sucks in the young, starry-eyed, for the world to change. This town steals their vision and leaves them with the same disease. This town is a monster. We are all its fleas.
So here's our urban bicycle lane. It's pretty wide, I must say. Got pedestrians on here too, but it's accommodating for both. Good idea. I mean, every city needs it.
If you need a friend in this town, get a dog. The suits are running this town like a mob. Pockets getting lined, the thugs are so refined, and everybody here, I just do my job. Red pill, blue pill, left and right. We got distracted by the phony fight. Now we're all just losing sight. Against the fading lights in this town.
We're doing a hybrid ride because we're hitting the streets of DC. Starting to feel it a little bit on the breathing. A car behind me apparently. I forgot this was a road.
This town. This town. In this town, the river flows endlessly towards the east. Some people call her Babylon, or the belly of the beast. In this town, the floors are shiny, just like the black leather shoes. The suits as crisp as origami, folded up like paper news. If you need a friend in this town, get a dog. The suits are running this town like a mob. Pockets getting lined, the thugs are so refined, and everybody here, I just do my job. Red pill, blue pill, left and right. We got distracted by the phony fight. Now we're all just losing sight. Against the fading lights in this town. This town. This town. This town. This town. Power brokers glide the hallways, making deals in back rooms.
I guess it's kind of
While
fitting
the
that the
slaves
Jefferson Memorial's kind of modeled on the Pantheon in Rome, because he was quite a student of Rome and Greece, very interested in their systems, you know, how they operated, and so on and so forth, looking for the perfect republic. An idea that started out with Rome there. Well, you can include democracy, Greece, but if you want to talk about a republic, res publica, rule of the people, this is Roman creation. And the idea was that people made the decisions through their representatives. And Jefferson tried to get that going here, along with others, founding fathers. But how long can that hold up for, you know, before it slips away? And someone steps in and says, make me imperator, because I can fix it, you know? You gotta give me enough power and I'll fix all the problems. And there's no guarantee those problems are gonna get fixed. But there's a guarantee that power is addictive, it's like money. No matter how much money you got, people just want more. And it's the same with power. No matter how much power you got, people just want more. Anything really. you know, greed, the way we work as humans. So divesting power from individuals, transferring it to the group, was an Aquarian Age concept. So this started to appear as in Western worlds, we're going to take away power from the king and we're going to give it to the people. And that started about 250 years ago as we're leading into the Aquarian Age. So towards the end of the Piscean Age. And so now you get this representation, but we've got to take it another step further because there's a tendency of the thing to be corrupted, and this sort of oligarchs hanging on to power. People who are, you know, want more power and want to run everything, for they think they know best. But ultimately it's got to be handed to the group, really to everybody, for some sort of shared collective wisdom. It's the only way forward. So that's it, we're leaving DC and we're heading back to the trail. So luckily our guide, Pujak, knows where this trail is, says we don't know, but he's in control. You don't want to die for your art. This is a perilous path. You drift from this path, you're going flying into the face of a moving vehicle. On one side, if you drift on the other side, you're tumbling down some steps. Infamous K Street. K Street. I think that's where all the lobbyists have their offices. I guess the lobbyists are the representation of the corporations or other assembled groups. And they have their lobbyists on K Street, so they can influence the outcome of life on the face of planet Earth. There's a handful of small individuals, handful of individuals running these big corporations. The money. K Street. K Street. Just getting out of this urban situation. About to get out of here and get back on the trail.
Everybody heard about that story, right?
What's that?
Somebody drove up on this trail.
Oh really?
All
in motor vehicle? Wow. How far did they go?
They've all throughout.
They drove all the way up here.
All the way.
Were they?
They got out somewhere, you know.
They're going at high speed and beeping their horn and like getting people out
Exactly.
of the way?
They almost killed many people. People
Really?
almost
Wow.
had a heart attack, you know.
Were they just oblivious? Like, didn't they realize they were on a
That's
bike?
why it's good to have a mirror on your bicycle. I think that's the C&O Canal. Is that Cumberland in Ohio or something? I think it was George Washington's plan to connect the Potomac River through this canal to the great rivers, namely the Ohio. If they could get a water connection to the Ohio, everything would be good, because then they could go from DC to New Orleans, Gulf of Mexico. But they got a canal going, the Erie Canal. Goes up from here someplace up to Erie, Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken. Because these canal projects were not very extensive and didn't last very long because of the railroad. As soon as the railroad came, now we're moving people and freight. These canals, slow. That had been the best option. Loading down a barge with commodities and hauling it on a canal is a lot better than dragging it over land in small carts. You move a lot more stuff with a lot less energy. And those English barges, narrow boats, they're 30, 40, 50 feet long, pretty narrow, moving coal and cotton and ore and you name it. And they were still going, they're still going in the UK. But the railroad, although it was invented by a Scotsman, the steam engine. Steam engine, a new technology here in the States, so the canal system was quickly abandoned and all investment turned to the railroad, which made sense at the time. At that time they were running trains on wood, and then they got the coal and they were burning trains on coal. Because who knew? The Chinese were burning coal 1,000 years before, even in England, as far as we know. It's a very gentle ascent now, all the way back, only a couple miles to go. So we've done about 20 miles, and now it's a little uphill for the end of the ride. But this trail is nice and shaded though. I'm crossing over some roads. There's one here. It's more fun, I think, being on a bicycle than being in a car, depending what you're up to. The cars can be fun. It's about 90 degrees. So, really feeling it now. I think we're about exhausted. I know I am. But we're finally back at the parking lot. Guessing that's street level. Elevators. This is what you have a government for. It's why you need a government or people to look after it. People to check it and make sure it's safe. If you don't have that, then the whole thing falls to pieces. So that's why everybody has a valuable place in society to do simple things like maintaining elevators. There we are. Looking a bit sun-baked. We're going to find this vegan restaurant. It's called Rooted 3, which I don't know if that's like the cube root or something. I don't know. Getting down to the heart of it.
Where's
It
it
should
at?
be a set up here.
Right here?
Somewhere up here, yeah. There it is here. Rooted 3.
Is it here?
Yeah. Yeah, waffle weekends.
I don't see it.
There
Oh,
it
right
is.
here.
Waffles, bagels and cream cheese, and everything, fresh fruit, chia pudding, coffee. So they got a big menu, smoothies. So it's a vegan restaurant. Can't believe how much stuff is in here. It's like it's a store almost. Look at this stuff. Hey, this is amazing. Incredible. What a great idea. Got like tons of stuff you can buy here, and apparently some really good food, so let's get some.
I was like, I would probably do
I
one
have
or
to
the
have a
other.
smoothie.
Well, yeah, normally don't do both, but got some calories to put back. Right, it's pretty good. Yeah. You want to say a few words for the Gnome Show?
Yes.
Did you have fun today?
No, it was great. I think 20 miles is the most I've ridden on a bike in a very long time, and it's really helpful to have people to do it and amazing scenery, and it's just really engaging. So, and of course, ending here at Rooted 3 is incredible.
Yeah. I thought you had exactly the same. Did you want to say anything for the Gnome Show?
I don't know what to say.
Did you enjoy the ride?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did too.
It was really
great.
good.
Yeah. 20 miles for us, that's like the upper limit for me. Sounds like for you. It helps when there's other people, because then you go. If it's just me, I'd like go around the block and be like, oh, I'm tired now. If there's other people, then you're like, okay, we've got to go, sort of thing. So, but for you, it's easy because you can ride 50 miles.
Yeah. It was still a good ride.
Yeah, it was a good ride, and the heat and everything. Anyway, great, cool. Yeah. That was a pretty grueling 22 miles or something, whatever it was. So I'm happy to be just sitting in a chair right here, making my way out of this parking garage. At the end of that whole thing, was this amazing meal at Rooted 3 in Bethesda. So if you're in Bethesda, go to Rooted 3. That was fantastic. You feel like energized. So that's what I feel like after eating at Rooted 3. The place is beautiful. It's really clean. It's all nicely decorated. I got this amazing menu. And I would probably go out of my way and drive into Bethesda and find this Rooted 3 just to get the banana chocolate smoothie with cocoa nibs kind of resting in the bottom of this thing. So that was extremely satisfying lunch, but I feel energized by it, and but I will be a bit tired from this cycling, so I wouldn't be surprised if when I get back I actually go for trying to take a little nap. It wouldn't surprise me. So that's Bethesda, Maryland.